Right. What do we call this?
Controller.
Controller PCB. So if you hear us talk, if you hear any of the guys at Codel talking about controller PCB or junction box PCB, this one, okay? This mounts in here, okay? So we'll fit that in a minute, okay? What's this? What's this?
Cooler. Pretty cooler. This is
Peltier cooler.
yeah, Peltier cooler. Yeah.
Okay. Fan? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a cable goes through there, inside, and comes out here. Okay. That's the fan and the power. Okay. So remember I talked to you. I said that it's bolted down. Okay. This box is bolted, so you can see this to the cooler. Okay. So this box we can control the temperature of. We make it hot. We make it cold. You can see the little screw at the back. On the back side of this box there is the PT100. So that's the temperature sensor that we're using to control this. Okay. And that PT100 comes through here. Okay. So the controller board takes the measurement and then it makes the decision with this bit of circuit here how much power to apply to the cooler. All right. So the actual head itself. So we've got the lenses. Okay. So we talked about that. Be careful not to rub the lenses if they get dirty. All right. Remember this morning I also talked about the temperature control. So we've got here a temperature measurement for this block of metal, which is the lens holder, and we have this heater arrangement. What we at Codel we use usually these power resistors to create a heater plate or a heating element. The reason for that is we had some earlier version of analyzers where have you seen like a rubber material, like rubber heater mat you can get, and we use them, but the problem is when the instrument gets hot, the glue melts and then the glue vaporizes and it's going round inside the analyzer and it causes problems. So the only type of heaters we try to use now, or we do use, are just heating resistors. Okay. So we're working from the front backwards. So the first board that goes on is the motor board. Okay. Right. So on the back. Now, with these connectors, you'll see a pin. Okay. If you look very closely at the board, you'll see at one side there's a hole. All right. That tells you the pin should go through the hole. All right. It is possible to fit it. If I fit it, I could push it on the wrong way around, and what happens is the pin will just bend out. So it will go on, but the thing won't work. All right. So you're going to cause a problem. So we always make sure the pin is going through the hole on the PCB. Okay. Now, this is what we call the once per rev, or the octo for the once per rev. As the gas wheel spins round, we have a pin. Okay. Now, if you remember this morning when I talked about the waveform and the digitization, as the wheel spins, the pin goes through here. Okay, and that provides us a signal. That's our start signal to make the calculations. All right. So when you fit in this is the power for the heaters. Thread that through here. Okay. Now, these boards are a tight fit. Okay, they're a tight fit. So when you're putting them on, they are an interference fit. Okay, so you have to get things lined up. Now, this is a fresh board. Okay, this is a new board, which means it hasn't been fitted before, so it's going to be tight. If it won't go, see, it won't go down on there. Don't force it so much. Okay, what we need to do is, where's the pillars?
What?
Where did the pillars were on here? Where did they go? Oh, they're here. Which ones go first? This one. So we've got the 5 pillars, and then we have this. We have a flat washer, spring washer, and the screw, and the bolt. Right. So what we've got to be careful of now is the board is not sat flat. Okay. So what I want us to do is don't just do one. We need to do them all. Otherwise, you're going to bend the board. Okay. Is this one down? Let's have a look. You can see it's still not all the way down, so okay. This is not the ideal tool for this. You should have one of the with the socket on the end, but okay. So these connectors, this should be different lengths. So you can't really get them wrong. It should be 1, 2, 3. Okay. Right. Next thing is the gas wheel. Now, we don't be careful. You don't want greasy fingerprints on these optics because it will cause a problem. All right. So I know we've all been handling it yesterday. Okay, so this sits down. Right, let me just tell you, these gas cells are very brittle. You understand?
No.
Delicate.
Okay, very, yes.
So if you bang, done. And if it's done, then we've got a big problem. So you need to be careful. Right, so what we need to look for. Right, can you see the filter is touching the wheel? Okay, so we need to move the wheel so it's just clearing. There's 2 Allen keys here, so.
Hiếu bảo là phải điều chỉnh cái đĩa cho nó quay được ổn định á, hoặc là nó mắc ở cái bên dưới á.
Khoảng cách anh.
Ừ.
Khoảng cách.
Ừ, đúng rồi.
Đấy là khoảng cách bao nhiêu thì
Khoảng cách thì là chỉ là không chạm vào là được.
Ui, nó sáng đèn. Nó sinh đáy luôn, sinh ra.
Okay, so it spins freely. Right, but we may be too high, so you have to be careful. So the next thing to put on is this. Now, what happens, what I usually do is once this board is sat down, just loosen these, because there's, look, you can see then that there's some movement, okay? What that does is it makes it easier to fit this, because again this is a tight fit. So look, you see how it goes on very easy now. Right, before you do anything, just check that the gas wheel is still spinning freely, okay? If it's not, you need to adjust the height, okay? But it's okay, it's spinning freely, it's not touching. Okay, so now we can put this right, so before we tighten this, we go back and just make sure these are tight, okay? Now, what I suggest you do is the same with these. Don't tighten them until we fit the top board, and then when the top board goes on, go back underneath, okay? Right, you can see the deliberate mistake there. Look, what can you see there?
Yeah.
Not good, okay, so okay, so first let's do this side. Okay.
Ông làm là ông giá luôn.
Oops, sorry, the small screwdriver.
Cái tôi viết nhỏ ngay cái đó.
Có cà Mỹ nè.
Không, cái kia kìa, đừng có lấy cái đó.
Cái này cũng được nè.
Right, now this is the power for the 3 control circuits. Lens holder, heater plate, and it's going to connect to this detector heatsink as well. Alright? They're only resistors, so it doesn't matter which way round the power goes. There's no polarity. Okay? What I'm saying is it doesn't matter if I put the cable in that way or that way, it doesn't matter. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. What does matter is if you put the lens one into this one, then you've got a problem, because it'll try to control the wrong thing. Don't be shy of tightening things up, okay? They need to be tight, because what happens is, even the screws, everything, when the analyzer starts to get hot, metal expands, contracts, they come loose. So make sure things are really tight. Okay? So now, this is the temp sensor. So the temp sensor, again, remember, pin goes through the hole. Clicked into place. All right. So now we need spring and flap washer. What should I do next?
Check here.
Tighten the pillars up before we forget, okay? ribbon cable. It's got a notch on here, so it can only go one way. Okay? Important, alright? Don't do that with the ribbon cable, because the wheel, it will catch the wheel. Okay? Excess goes in the top. Alright? Make sure it's pushed out of the way. Okay, and then the last one is this heater. Again, be careful with the cables. If you need excess, pull it back. We don't want them to catch the gas wheel. Okay? Ah, damn. Okay.
Lấy cái này thay cái ống khác.
You need to edit the video. Don't do it like this.
Pau xong có lấy tiếp vào không mày?
Dạ.
Thing is, nothing's catching. Make sure that the gas wheel's spinning freely. There's nothing obscuring this, the source. We don't want any cables. Now, we haven't got one, but what we should do is put cable tie here. But you're going to take it apart again in a minute, so when you guys build it, put the cable tie on. Okay? So, next thing is... Right. When you're lowering this in, just check that none of the cables catch or get trapped. Okay?
Xong rồi.
Chọn ở đây.
Grease.
Cảm ơn cái màu led cà lê đó.
Bạn này chút mở không ra nha anh. Anh có bạn gái chạy tù của mình.
Chạy tù mới xài.
Đang có nhiều kinh nghiệm lắm.
Sinh trường có 3 lần.
Ông thế thì là
Tied. He needs to be tied.
Needs to be strong.
Okay. This cable we can put.
Cuốn trong này. We should route it here because here is very.
Yeah, there's two options. You can either cable it up in there or keep it tight and run it round inside here like that. At least just once. This is like a jigsaw puzzle. This is meant to be for the cable. Like that, okay. So it's nice and cosy in there, nice and warm.
cái chỗ hở kia là chỗ cái dây đó.
Không phải.
Just this one.
Cái này là mình nhỏ hơn to.
Mình to.
Cái hầu như dân Tây Bắc rồi.
I don't know how we've managed to get so much grease. You can see the grease. We need to get some. We need to get some tissue or something so we can clean that. Okay. All right. So next thing is this board. You can't really get this the wrong way around because there's 4 holes at one side and only 3 at the other, so it only goes one way. Okay. I think you really need to get some the different tools, like the socket instead of the spanner, because you'll end up damaging the board using this.
Yeah, we order already, but at the moment still not delivery yet.
Em thường để trong kho rồi. Hôm trước anh
Nó vòng vòng không biết nó nằm ở đâu. Lâu em qua em hỏi Phụng, nó cuối cùng đã nhận được cái bộ ống điếu chưa?
Ngoài đó có xả ống điếu không?
Cách tôi vừa order mấy bộ ống điếu là 3 bộ. Mà Việt An mình hay cái là cái 5 năm nay không ai order, không ai quan tâm tới cần cái bộ ống điếu làm việc. Các bạn rất là hay, chúng ta không cần order và chúng ta làm được tất.
Cái có service
Không phải, cái vấn đề ở đây là mình làm nhưng mà mình chỉ nhâm làm, nhưng mà mình không nghĩ tới cải tiến làm sao để làm nhanh hơn, tốt hơn và đẹp hơn. Cái vấn đề là đặt ra ở chỗ đấy, chứ không phải vì giờ em cứ lấy em làm đại em lấy kìm em vặn nó cũng vô, nhưng mà cuối cùng em làm nó nham nhở, nó xấu và cuối cùng nó không có đạt cái kết quả.
Show your trick.
Chậm.
Show your trick.
Cái này học chiều đi.
Chiều vậy.
Kim nó.
Chiều.
Come on. Edition hat.
It's better now. Faster, more professional hả? Không, cũng cái này mình order cái bộ này có nhiêu đâu mà mình làm nó nhanh hơn, tốt hơn, hoàn hảo hơn. Mà 5 năm nay không ai nghĩ cái chuyện đó, cho tới khi nên vô nên là người order.
Look like so pro.
Công ty đâu bao giờ tiếc các bạn mua cái này đâu.
Okay. So this connector is quite easy.
Thầy bao nhiêu buổi anh?
Ông Thủy ngoài Hà Nội ông order hết mấy cái này, ông dùng của ông cũng cặp hết à.
Cái này mình mới order 3 bộ mà.
Okay. Right. If you look closely on the board, the colours of these cables are written on the board. Now, 2 of these are positive and 2 are negative. If you get them wrong way around, you know what will happen. There'll be a big bang. Okay, so don't get these wrong.
No.
You can see grey, grey,
Yeah, okay.
grey. So it's written on the board. If you're at site on your own and you're not sure, before you take the board, this is the difficult one. Okay.
Photo. Yeah.
Now it tells you on the board cable 1, green and yellow, 3 and 2. So the order is not what you'd expect. And the number is written on the cable. So this one is 4, 2, 3, 1. Okay. So put the lid on. I take it the lid's not here.
The lid.
It's not here. I think it's down there.
Maybe.
Còn kìa, không lắm lắm.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Right. So that's it. Okay. Simple.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do now is I want you guys to have a go. All right. Take it apart. I'm not too concerned about taking that board out. That's straightforward. The difficult bit is the inside. All right. So let's take that out. I want you to strip it down to get fully take all the boards off, like we had it before, the 3 main boards, and then we